we all know that that's not, it was just like how you get fined. And
That's
you can
only going to
sign
affect a
with,
few of us.
And they said kept saying like, you know, we're gonna give you the codes and we're gonna sign it and show you how to use it, but we don't know how to use it ourselves. And then they were so backed up with people calling in with questions, they didn't even give the codes to us to get on. They told us to bring the computers. We brought the computers, didn't even use them because we couldn't sign on.
Oh.
It was a disaster.
Because it still wasn't ready for y'all to sign on yet.
And remember, you were going to teach me.
Yeah, no, I did learn some things about it.
Well, I went to the first one that they had in Mount Pleasant at did anybody go to the first one? The guy is, well, this computer is not formatted the way mine is.
Oh, don't
so
tell
I'm not
me.
really going to be, so anytime you would click on something, it would like zoom into that much of the screen. And he would say, well, you can't see it, but over here there's a drop down menu. Every time he would say, I'm really sorry, this is not my computer.
Was it like a tablet?
Well, why don't they have
My woman said you were going to
it just
pay.
wasn't
No,
it.
they said that like the boss over there at Cesar has been using it since January. And still
Joseph.
doesn't know how to use it.
Joseph, you mean?
So why are we
Yeah.
having this? Well, the guy was very excited about it and saying you can do this and this is really cool. Oh, but I can't show you that because it's on the side of the screen. I'm just going. And the whole class was like that. Finally, I mean, people started leaving.
I can Liz can testify to that. Anytime you have a broad-based software like that, you can do a lot more things with it. The bottom is it makes a lot more errors and a lot more having to figure it out.
Well,
instead of a simple.
I don't know what the other one was like, but now that I know, this doesn't seem so bad.
I think it's freezing. Does anybody else find that you finally figure out what it is that you want to change
It
or
freezes.
click on and
did that
nothing
this
happens?
The old one or the new one?
The new one.
I have yet to even log. I mean, I haven't selected the new one yet. I'm just so not looking forward to it. But I do know that I have been told that you need to go, even though the searches, the automatic, we take one and pass around, automatic email updates of listings that people, prospects that you have put in there, it is supposed to have transferred them over automatically, that
You still have to kind of.
you have to not enable it, you have to turn it on, basically. That they're there, but you have to go in and say, yes, continue doing it.
I've seen them on mine. All the 100 I had, I was worried that I didn't transfer.
Well, that's good to do.
Thank goodness for that.
I've gotten 2 emails from agent-owned people on reverse prospecting
Because it's
saying,
not sending emails.
given reverse prospecting, I have a client who would be interested in this property. And I don't. I'm like, no, I don't have anybody in that price range. I wish I did.
Well, give me your reverse question. That's so strange. Okay. Well, I mean, that is what it's sort of for.
No, I know, but it's wrong. I mean, I'm like, I don't
Right.
have anybody looking.
But that would be the old system and not the new system,
I've
correct?
never gotten it before. and I've gotten
But it's just recently, like within the last week?
But if you do the
But you can't sit next to me, so I wonder if it's just not.
I'm not sure. That's,
Good to meet you too.
yes, I'm gonna try to let the CTAR train about that new MLS system as much as I can, and then I'll focus on certain things such as like the search, prospecting, and setting up the automatic emails to people, because I feel like I need to focus on just a couple things on it until I can learn more and more about it. But that's one of the most important things.
It looks good.
In my view, that's one of the most important things. Now, I know everybody needs to be able to search MLS and find houses.
Well, actually, I need that with those new customers this morning. I need automatic response to customers and put in a listing this morning.
Does it have the Cloud CMA? Now, Cloud CMA is a third-party company that was tacked onto the CTAR. So, is that still?
It sits there, but I just could not get the CMA to work right. I mean,
Well, have you ever messed with Cloud CMA?
Yeah.
Oh, and you couldn't get that.
I didn't do the cloud because I always just do regular. I first start with tax records, CMA, and do the tax records first. Then I go to the CMA and the MLS.
Yeah.
And then I usually do cloud to send to the person.
I
It's
see.
a pretty.
I see. Yeah, the Cloud CMA make a beautiful presentation.
And that would be easy probably to do.
And
to
they
try to
are
work together at this
easy
point.
to
Smart.
do.
I
In
think about
fact,
that.
if you look at the front of agent owned, right here. If you look at the, there we go. Hey, I'm scared of that. If you look at the front of agent owned, and it's got, right, what's my home worth? If you click that and you put your address and your email in, what it emails you back instantly is a Cloud CMA from Cloud CMA about your house and what it's worth, and it's very nice looking. So if you're having trouble with doing CMAs or anything like that while the switchover is happening, or even beyond, the Cloud CMA is a very nice.
Yeah, it is.
Makes a very nice presentation. And you can go in and change it to be very personalized for you.
Yeah.
For you. So what I want to talk about today, a lot of times this meeting started out as the lead list meeting, and it's kind of evolved into a lot of different topics. And one topic that is very important to all of us in the real estate industry right now is Zillow, and all that's going on with Zillow, and how that may change what we do. Zillow was in the process of buying Trulia. You said that it has not been completed yet, but
It's still in the process.
but it's in the process. But it is a done deal.
Well, it's got to, it's got to be approved by the government.
The government, right. So it could have like an antitrust, the Justice Department could get involved, which I don't know that would happen, but that had crossed my mind. But just like a real estate closing with houses, nothing is a done deal until everybody walks away from the table. But basically, Zillow and Trulia are now the same company. Now, until they finalize that purchase, they are still operating as two separate companies. And my Zillow people tell me that once that is finalized, they will continue to operate as two separate companies for a time. Because their goal is to make one of them more agent-centric and one more public-centric. Long-term vision goal. So, Zillow is so important right now because more and more and more of the public are going to Zillow to search for houses than anywhere else. The numbers are growing astronomically every day. And
60 million a month go to Zillow.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's really amazing how when you talk to everybody I know that's what they say now. I don't know how that happened, but
Well, it's the tipping point. Everything has a tipping point. I think Zillow, when they merged, or when they did this deal with Trulia, I think it was the tipping point, and that is what caused a lot of buzz in the industry, which I guess went out into the public. The public was using Zillow before, but now it is much more so. So this, for the current time, for right now, is the way that the real estate industry is going. Tech changes all the time, as y'all all know. So in 6 months it could be something different. But right now we got to be very Zillow knowledgeable, and I want us to be ahead of the game instead of behind the game with Zillow. One of the things that Zillow did was, well, let me back up. Before, a while ago, I guess, if you have a listing and you were not a premier agent, a premier agent, which paid them $98 a month, I believe that it is, to become a premier agent. If you did not do that, then when you pulled your listing up on Zillow, you would not be found, your name would not be found on that listing.
Why don't
That-
you pull one up, Lucy?
Well, I will have to think of somebody that's not in our company, right? So,
You can just put in Mount Pleasant
Pull up,
right there.
can you pull up my lot I got listed?
well, but see, now, we've done something so that won't happen to us anymore.
But I've been on there for years.
So you
Well,
didn't-
but I'm trying to find some backups, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Hold on, 29464, not New Jersey. Oh, no, that's good, that's South Carolina, okay. Blah, 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 blah,
Don't
blah.
do that one.
Which one?
House for sale, 459.
This one, okay.
Click on the picture.
On the picture, okay. Okay, so, oh, okay. This is, when you see this picture of this house, if you wanted more information about this house and you're on Zillow, you would think, get more information, you want to contact Jordan Autry. He's got 9 reviews that are 5 stars, which makes it look more colorful and make him look more legitimate.
Can they
But-
buy those,
Hold on,
Lisa?
hold on 1 second. But if we scroll all the way down, we can see if he is truly the listing agent, and it's way down here. Come on. And listing provided by, oh, it is. It is his listing, so he must be a premium agent or, he must be a premium agent. Because a premium agent will not get 3 agents beneath them. Correct? Okay. So if I could find one where there's a house, and someone is not a premium agent that, oh, I don't know, I could go looking through this for a million years and then it doesn't.
What's the company that they're naming on the front page?
Oh, I don't know, hold on 1 second. Now this guy is Brian Bay, Keller Williams, and he doesn't have other people underneath him, so he most likely is the actual listing agent, yep. Huh. Okay, he's paid the $98 a month. So.
So that, where they're listing right there, the casino group, Keller Williams.
Casino,
Are you supposed
Keller
to,
Williams.
on the
Where?
right, are you supposed to think that's the list agent?
Where? Oh, here.
Right.
Students Properties, Keller Williams.
What is that representing?
That's a good question. Let's look and see. Let's see if that's actually the Jimmy Dye Casino Group. All right, go all the way down. Now, he didn't have anybody underneath him, I don't think.
I can promise you that.
Well, now see, hold on. Oh gosh, Boomtown doesn't have anything to do with Zillow. But yes, they are very tech savvy, so, he must be paying them the $98 a month. I'm not coming up with any good examples to show, so I'll pull up your listing. What was your listing, Carolyn?
Just in, French Quarter Creek, it's just a little lot,
French
yeah.
Quarter Creek.
It's not dividing.
And, is it Mount Pleasant? Or what, what's it,
It's-
29466?
It's huge.
Okay, 29410?
410. I'm not sure really.
Okay. Oh, yeah, French Quarter Creek, yeah. Okay, so, that's weird.
29410 could be Hanahan.
Yeah, it could be.
And-
All right, okay, hold on, let me see y'all. Your Horton's got some deal with them. So anybody else have a listing I can look up?
Yeah,
Okay, what?
45 Sycamore,
Okay, that's for sale,
yes,
45 SY.
CA,
Yeah.
MORE,
Okay.
there's 2947.
29407. Okay, so,
Okay.
45 Sycamore, is that,
Yeah, that's for,
typed that in
that's,
correctly?
you spell it correctly, there are probably a few in for rent and for sale.
Okay, condo for rent.
Yeah, mine is listed,
Huh.
this price is 140.
Oh, I see, building matches four matching at 45 Sycamore Avenue.
So mine should show up, correct?
Excuse me?
Mine should show up. Correct?
Well, it should. When did you list it? When did you put it in the MLS?
Last week?
Last week, so yes, it should be there. Okay. So we got rent, pre-foreclosure. So this is, yours is not showing up here. Zillow is changing every single day. It changes, it's a lot like Google in that the way it presents information is different from page to page. It's different when you click the picture rather than the link of the address. It's different in so many ways, and then it continues to change. So it's difficult to nail down. It's very difficult. Let's put the city in there. Is Charleston?
Put another one in there. Put in 1712 Carlisle. That means that's very unique. There's only one.
Okay.
1712 Carlisle. C-A-R.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
L-I-S-L-E.
L-I-S-L-E.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
that's
Charleston?
47. Yeah.
What's that? I think you
You
should
should
have
find
47.
that,
Okay, all right,
There it
good.
is. Uh-huh.
Yay. Okay. So it pulled it up on the map for us, and then it's also pulled it up on the side here, and it says that it's a 349.9, and there's nobody here. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Now that's not good. So let's look and see if we go
That's
here.
not unusual, Lisa.
No, it's not. But
You got,
now, when we get to this page, which is the full description of it, you are the top one listed beside your listing, which, believe it or not, that's very
That's
difficult
rare.
for us to get. We've been working with Zillow a
but
lot
she doesn't
to
pay the
get that to
90,
happen.
she doesn't pay the
I
90
don't know.
month for that,
Do you
right?
pay 9? No. Okay.
But if she paid the 90 for every month, she would have been on the other page.
No,
Uh,
I don't think so. I don't know.
It
But
depends
if
on.
she had paid the money, she would be there by herself.
Right. These
Okay.
people would not be underneath that.
Oh, if I had paid those people, would
Yes,
not be there.
But
Okay.
now, let's go back 3 months. Okay, 3 months ago, you've had your profile obviously on Zillow for a little while.
Yes.
How long?
About a year.
Okay, so it should have put you next to your listing anyway, regardless of whether we made the change that we did or not. There's a lot of people in Agent Owned that did not go in and do their Zillow profile. And what was happening with them is that when someone pulled up their listing, they wouldn't be anywhere here. There would just be these premier agents. Now, if you notice, by hers it says that she is the listing agent. And her phone number's there. It says you have 2 recent sales. If that number's incorrect, you can get Zillow. You have to work with Zillow to get it corrected if you want to. The big thing is getting these reviews. That is a huge deal right now because people are not only searching for homes, but they are starting to, more than ever, the trend is searching for a home online as well. Then they also search for an agent. And not for an agent, but they research the agent that they might use. So let's say they like this house and they see that you're the listing agent. They're going to look you up and they're going to Google you and they're going to go and try to find out everything that they can find out about you. They're going to read the reviews, they're going to do all that stuff, and they're going to do that research online. Whereas they never used to, that wasn't something people did before. That's something that you
But
need
luckily,
to.
it comes up, most of the time when you Google it, it comes up to your agent owned more times than not.
Well, so in that case, then you would want for your agent profile page to be very full, robust, something that's impressive, not just your name. You know, something that's going to let them think that you have some knowledge that will make them come out better in the long run than if they use someone that didn't have this knowledge. You know, they're looking for the expert, okay, in the area. So you want to be an expert in something. If you're not an expert, then become an expert. That's all I can say. But you want to get these reviews. Okay, so today I want to talk about how you set up your Zillow profile, and even if you have, it's not bad to go through this, and then how to get reviews in some unique ways that you may or may not have thought of. One last thing is that there's some writing out there right now in the tech community about how so many people are using Zillow to look at houses that it's being compared to the Google of real estate. That people are using Zillow instead of Google for anything real estate related. Whether that will truly take hold and be legitimately the Google of real estate or not, that still shows you how much people are using this to search for homes. So I used to really harp on everybody to have their own blogs, to have their own websites, to blog and put information on there, and to be an expert in a niche on those blogs and those websites, because that's the only way you can get business, because there's so many people out there. You got to be an expert in one thing. Now, instead of your blog or your website, you're going to be better off putting that information on Zillow by being involved in their forums and answering questions and all of that. That's just going to bring you better results. So, we get to, all of y'all should have a handout. If I got a couple people might have missed it. It's downloaded. Oh, I could probably give mine away, but then, yeah, I could probably. It's on the web. If you go on agentontv.com, right below or right above where this video is a link to this. So you can download it yourself and you can have it. And this is how you do it. If you want to set up your Zillow profile, the first thing you do is you go to just Zillow.com. And that brings you up to the regular Zillow homepage. And you don't want to sign up or register as a member of the public. You want to register as an industry person, an agent, realtor. So what you do as a step 2 is you hover over agents in the top menu. You hover over agents. That brings up another drop down. You go and you click join the agent directory. Okay? Alright. So by joining the agent directory, then step 3, you're going to see this page. Now, this is pre-populated with Liz Lodeholt and some kind of password. That's browser related. That has nothing to do with Zillow. It's just the browser has been told to do that every time that is possible. So, when you come to this page, you're going to want to set up a new account, obviously, rather than sign in. So you just click New Account. Then it's basically the same page. They do not verify email addresses. Obviously, you want to put a real email address in there because there are benefits that you're going to get from having it. But for this example, I'm going to put a fake one in because I've used up all my real ones. Now, when you do that, when you type that in, if you look over here, it has a green check, okay? If I said Lisa at agentown.com, it's going to say, no, I can't use it because I've already used that email address, okay? So that means I have an account on Zillow that I've forgotten about. Well, basically, that's all it should mean. I don't think it shouldn't mean that someone's stolen your email address. That would be pretty crazy. So you have to have a check mark to go forward. Create your password, whatever you want it to be. I would suggest that it's something that you can remember. Which seems to be a big issue. But more and more sites require passwords, so you need to come up with some sort of system for remembering your passwords. Now, next important thing is this box right here. Check. I am an industry professional. So you check that. Bang, bang. So when you do that, you get, I think I can do this stuff without mine. So, okay. When you do that,